Um, all right. Today, I don't even know what day it is. Fuck if I know. It's like June something. Let me turn this song down. Um, you know, I think I've been kind of waiting to do this video for a while. It's a topic. It's definitely a topic I think about a lot. About my life, right? Like, God, in the in the saga of Malik Allison, there's been a very noticeable blank section, and that is the lack of any sort of romance or love life. And I mean, I think I might be in a little bit of a vulnerable state right now. I did an all-nighter. My sleeping schedule's fucked. Um, Maybe not in the best headspace to delve into the reasons of my perpetual loneliness. Now, so let's bring it to the start. Um, Way back when, man, kindergarten, 4 to 5 years old, we had this weird thing. Um, so basically, every guy, or pretty much every guy in this group of kindergartners had a movie.
Okay, this is like post production, Malik. This whole movie thing, I don't explain it that well. Basically, it was like a group of guy friends, like it was like my friend group, and when we like played, like in recess, like we're like 4 or 5 years old, we like decided like, okay, everyone is gonna take turns, and everybody gets to make a movie, and like some people like had like an action movie or whatever. Like we weren't like recording anything, like we were play making, like it was like pretend movie making. Um, Yeah, I hope that makes it more clear. It was like not condoned by the school. It was kind of just like us messing about.
And now in this movie, you could choose to do anything you wanted. Like your movie could be, I want to be everyone to be ninjas, and everyone's going to be a ninja during recess, and we're all going to go on a ninja secret mission or whatever, right? And I remember I had like the opportunity for my movie to be like with a girl, and I was too scared. I didn't do it, right? Now, I don't know what this girl looked like. I don't even remember her name. But I do remember the thought and the kind of the emotions of that time, and I was scared, right? To do this like pretend movie during recess in like kindergarten or first grade, and I didn't do it. That opportunity passed. That moment passed, and I think that's been kind of the story and the kind of the general theme for the next 13, 14 years. I was scared then, as like 5-year-old kid, to like have my movie be about a girl, right? And I don't think I ever got over that hump of fear. And I don't know what that fear is. I think, aside from that, I mean, I wasn't like I was gonna date the girl in the movie, but I was just a little scared, and I passed that up. And when you grow a little bit older, like fifth and sixth grade, people have, or like fourth and fifth grade, people had girlfriends and boyfriends, but no one was really dating. No one was really doing anything crazy. Maybe a peck on the cheek or a hug here or there. Maybe even a real kiss. But at the time I'm thinking like I went to magnet school, so all the kids, no one's really live around each other, and I guess I was never one to ask my mom to go let me hang out with a girl when I'm like in fifth grade. I was just thought that was like weird, so I never did that. I guess I never really had the opportunity to. But I remember I went to a magnet school from middle school as well for 6th and 7th grade. And one of the biggest reasons I did that was because I had this big crush on this girl. I'm not going to name drop, but she was like probably like 80% of the reason why I went there. Sure, the school seemed cool, and like, you know, a lot of the people I knew from our my elementary school almost leaked that. You know, we're gonna go there, and you know, it was gonna be chill. It's the same type of vibe I had for the last elementary school years. But I cannot help but wonder what my life in the context of like love life would have been if I had gone to my town school, because maybe something would have happened, or I don't know. Because I think going to a magnet school doesn't really brew, you know, the right environment to have like a young relationship. And that's coming from a person with no experience, which is, I guess, my own fault, like I said. But I think, moreover, the kind of, you know, just going back to that story, and I went to my middle school because of a girl. Chased her, basically. And I remember orientation. She walked through the door, and my heart, wow, I was like, oh my god. Skip the beat, right? And I was friends with her. Basically stayed in the friend zone for a long time, and nothing ever happened because I was always too scared of rejection. Was never bold. Because, I mean, at the time, I wasn't, you know, a fountain of self-confidence, and I wasn't like I didn't have confidence in my body, didn't have confidence in my appearance, and I didn't have confidence in like my clothes, how I dressed, which I'm still working on now. I mean, my wardrobe is terrible. So I didn't have confidence, so that deterred me a lot from kind of, you know, shooting a shot, I guess, right? Like putting up a little shot attempt. And I think that it keeps on snowballing. And I mean, it's easy to rationalize for, you know, for the years before you get a car or the ability to drive. And I'm extremely privileged in the fact that I have the ability to drive a car at such a young age, and my parents pay for my insurance. I'm extremely lucky. But before you get a car, right, or before I got a car, it's so easy to rationalize. It's like, I live in a faraway town. Even in, you know, high school, I went to magnet school as well. So it's easy to be like, you know, they all live far away. Like, it's weird. Like, I got my mom, like this and that. Well, it was weird for me. It wasn't weird for all the people around me. Like, they all did it. And, you know, I don't know. I don't know why I was different. I just felt weird about it. So I just never did, right? And then I get a car. And I get the ability to drive. And by then, you know, kind of like all the girls and stuff, and everyone already like had relationships with people I know, and it's kind of weird, and you've already known them for a while. It's like it's kind of hard to like get out of that, you know, just like friendly college stage or whatever. And that's, you know, that's the rationale for, that's why, after I get a car in like junior year, that's why nothing happened. And, you know, my friends dated the girls, and I can't, you know, do my friend wrong, or I can't do this or that. And they're all valid reasons, man. It's all true. But it kind of sucks, man. Just like a little bit. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, nice guys finish last, and like, oh, I'm a nice person, and blah blah blah. Because, I mean, if I get in a relationship right now, I'm probably not gonna be the best like partner, because I never done it before. I'm sure I'll probably be too Mr. Nice Guy, too like not touchy. What the hell? Like too, you know, feely or whatever. Like, oh my god, good morning, gorgeous. You're so beautiful today. I'll probably be cringe and do all that shit. And maybe I won't, because I'm at least a little bit self-aware. But, you know, all that stuff is stuff you would go through in like a early like high school relationship, and then, you know, you get over that, and I don't have that experience, which just sucks. Like, I just know that I'm behind. It definitely, maybe I'm not, who knows, but it definitely feels like I'm just way behind my age in my peer group, right? Like I've never held hands with a girl. That's such a sad thing to say. I've literally never, aside from legitimately like my mom and maybe like in elementary school when we did like walking field trips, I like held hands with like a girl partner maybe like once or twice. Even then, probably not, because I was like holding hands with my like, friend or whatever. And yeah, never done any of that shit. Right? Never done any of it. It's like, that's kind of sad. Like, you're telling me you're a 17-year-old kid and you've never held hands with a girl? God, man, that's just kind of, it's just a little sad to say, let's be honest. And I feel behind, and it feels like it's just snowballing, and that each day like nothing happens. And it's I'm not saying no, oh my God, it's why is nothing happening? It's not my, it's the universe's fault. Like, why don't I? It's not. I mean, the blame is solely placed on me for my inaction and my lack of confidence for a while, and my, just stagnation. It's my fault, right? Can't really put the blame on anybody else. Blame all the girls because all the girls didn't like me, but that's not true. I mean, there have been girls that have liked me. It's just they weren't my type, and I didn't go for them and whatnot. Then maybe I'm a little bit picky or something like that. But yeah, I mean, and it's like, I see like those people where it's like, why does nobody want me? Wah. And I don't really sympathize with those people, right? I don't empathize with them because I can't really put myself in their shoes, because I don't. Because I'm like very, because I don't shoot a lot of shots, like real shots, right? Right? Yeah, I don't shoot a lot, right? It's not something I do. I stream, right? Hashtag content creator. And sometimes on my stream, I'll do like if I lose or if I die or something in a game, I'll go and DM a girl because it's like, funny, haha, funny, haha, whatever. And every time I'm just trolling, right? I'm trolling all the time. I'm never serious. I'm not thinking like, man, I'm gonna DM this girl and like I'm gonna be this. I'm like, we're gonna get together and like, oh my God, I'm gonna have a girlfriend. And from what I understand, these fine women be getting hella DMs all the time, and it's like, I'm just white noise in the that's fine. Like that's totally fair. I'm not gonna sit here blaming women and be like a fucking incel or some bullshit. And I just troll, and I troll because I don't want to actually try, because I'm just scared of, I guess, rejection. I didn't think that would be a fear of mine, but I guess it is. I'm scared of being told no or being shot down, which, sucks. It does suck, let's be honest. But I mean, it's not the end of the world. But I guess I'm still just afraid of that. That's why I don't really try. And moreover, not just scared of the rejection, I think that I'm on some level scared of an actual relationship. I'm not gonna say stoic person. I think that gives the wrong impression, but I'm a very individual person. I'm a very solo kind of guy. I solve my problems by myself. When shit hits the fan, my first instinct is not to turn to somebody and get vulnerable and ask for help. My first instinct is to take a step back and look objectively at my situation and figure out what's going on by myself. And I do that, and that's how I solve and operate and move through pretty much all of my issues. That's how I've done it for the last 17 years, and I'm still standing. So I can give myself a pat on the back for that. So I'm not used to the whole being vulnerable with people, not in a romantic way at all, or just on any level. I'm not very used to being vulnerable, right? That's something I guess I could work on, but it's, I don't know. But it's not something that I'm used to, and it's not like one of my strengths. So maybe I'm scared of that, being vulnerable with another person. And, I'm scared of the unknown. I'm scared of messing things up. Um, I'm also very cognizant of trying not to be like a creep. Although my Instagram DMs on stream will not reflect that. But that's another thing. I don't ever want to like come across wrong or weird to a girl. I think that's pretty bad. And maybe that's a little hesitation there. But again, I think I'm just making excuses. It's really just I'm a pussy and I need to man up. And, it kind of sounds like I'm just whining here. And again, I cannot stress it enough. It's no one else's fault but mine. And sure, like maybe, circumstances and whatnot. And I definitely don't like playing this card, but I will say that I grew up in a very predominantly white area. And all the people I interact with are white. And I'm Asian. Maybe. I'm not saying that's the reason. Maybe that was something to do with it. But, I don't like playing the race card because I don't feel particularly, I wouldn't say connected to my race. I feel very connected. Like, 我会说一点中国话. I can speak a little bit of Chinese. I probably butchered that. But, I can speak a little bit of my language. I've obviously visited my relatives in China many, many times. I've lived as authentic of a Chinese upbringing as you can, as a person that only has one Chinese mother. Well, everyone only has one Chinese parent, right? And, I can't, so I'm not going to say like, man, it's because I'm Asian and all these white girls just wanted a basic white guy and that's why they didn't go for me, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, I hate my life. But maybe that was a factor. That's all I'm saying. But again, I can't really blame anything other than my own complacency. And I said this on a video a while ago. I said that I thought I was going to have a girlfriend by like junior year of high school. I'm a graduated senior going into their freshman year of college. And again, I've never held hands with a girl. I thought that it was just, I said it and I said it before, but I really thought it was just like a video game. Like it was just it's like an achievement that just happens. And, you just got to do the game and the game is life, right? And everyone has a girlfriend, man. Everyone gets a girlfriend. Like everybody does that. That's like a standard thing. So all you got to do is just live life and it'll fall into your place. And it'll probably happen sometime, upperclassman year of being high schooler. Yeah, that makes sense. So I just thought that was how it was going to work out. And it didn't because, come to find out, it's like a whole side quest you got to go on in the game of life. You can't just, it's not just like one of the main achievements you get for just playing. You got to go on a whole side quest to go and do that. And I never did. I never prioritized having a girl or having having a girlfriend. And now I'm kind of regretting it because I'm going into college with no experience. Which just kind of sucks, man. It just sucks. But again, no one's fault but mine. And yeah, looking forward, I wish I had a more. I'm usually a very optimistic person. Like if you talk to me and stuff, like I'll be like, I'm pretty optimistic about like the world's future, about my future. Like I'm pretty, I have strong belief that great things will happen in my life. But day and day, every day that goes by, and I'm getting nowhere closer to getting a girl or whatever. It feels like the time is ticking, and it feels, first of all, it feels a little bit that the time has already run out, and that's just never going to happen in my life, which is a very bleak future to look upon. And yet, and then a little part of me is like, I still have a little bit of time, so who knows? Another part of me is thinking that maybe in college. But by then, everyone else has already done stuff, and I feel like I just have to find the right person. And it's really just a gamble. Like I said, it's not a guaranteed thing. Like, you can't just live life and get lucky. Like, I don't know if I believe in soulmates. Like, that there's some arcane force working in the background that is going to make me meet my soulmate eventually, and we're going to get married, and we're going to have an amazing family and life. But I think that, I'm sure that there's a person out there for me, or there's some person out there that I would be compatible with, or that would take me for me. and but it's not guaranteed that I would ever meet them, right? Like, the world is big. The world is huge. Like, the amount of area I just covered today in driving around is more than my ancestors, like, 1,000 years ago could have done in like a month, right? Like, the world is big, There's billions of people. There's billions of girls. There's, millions in the U.S. There's just the odds that in that grand sea of people that I meet, let's say, there's like even 1,000 people that are really good matches for me. The odds that I meet them in the sea of millions, hundreds of millions, tens of millions or whatever, it's pretty low, right? So I guess I'm not the most optimistic. But then again, maybe you don't have to marry your soulmate. You just have to marry like someone that's good for you. And maybe I'll find that. But again, it just feels like every day that's ticking by, I'm thinking like that my opportunity is slipping and slipping and slipping, and that eventually time will run out. It'll be too late, and I would have not done something for too long. I would have been too scared for too long, and yeah. I think it's important for me to highlight the one actual. It was more like a hangout, but like a date that I went on with a girl. It was horrible. It was bad. I was just a dumbass. I didn't compliment her like once. Like, what the fuck was I doing, man? Playbook 101, man. Compliment the girl. First thing. Oh my god, I love your outfit. Oh my god, I love your nails or some shit. I don't know, make some shit up. Like, again, don't take advice from me. But I should have complimented her. I should have been, I don't know, should like picked her up or something. We should have gone somewhere else. I went to some dumbass place. Went to like a fucking corn maze or some shit. It was like fall. I tried. But what can you do, man? What can you do? Just sucks to suck, man. I definitely don't think that that's like the one that got away. That person does not keep me up at night at all. But it just kind of sucks. Like, I was just a dumbass. I should not. I don't know. But it's fine. Like, I don't hate that I had that experience. I just wish that I had a little bit more experiences of me being a dumbass, so that I would feel more comfortable with being a smart ass. But nope. I still feel like I have to go be a dumbass, and it feels like it's too late. And all the people that I meet in the future are going to be expecting a person that has already gone through all of those growing pains of being in a relationship, and I'm not going to have gone through them. So they're going to have to go through them with me, and they're going to be like, why am I fucking babysitting this immature kid that has never been in a relationship? Like, what the hell? And my chances are just less there, right? Because, like, how many times is... I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't really have a big conclusion here. Just maybe if you're young and you're watching this, don't be scared. Shoot your shot more. Also, another thing, I just think I'm a bad texter, man. I'm just not good at texting. Like, if I feel like I was better at texting, like, I'd have more confidence. But I'm just not good at texting, bro. Like, I'm just so bad at texting. And, like, I'm good at talking. Like, if you talk to me one-on-one, if you, like, we're talking, we're having a conversation, like, I feel like I'm pretty good at holding a conversation. But, like, texting, like, when there's no tone inflection, when people can't, like, see my tone, like, I feel like my jokes don't land. I feel like the conversation never flows when I'm texting. Like, it's just bad. Like, all right, sorry for the cutoff. My phone was, like, overheating. But I didn't really have anything else to say. Yeah, just wish that I wasn't scared as like a little kid, and wish that I, shot my shot more. And now it just feels like time is slipping away. And obviously, if I have that mindset, just fucking, I'm never gonna experience love. But damn, bruh, it's kind of crazy. I feel kind of sad that I'm never gonna have a high school love story, or like a teenage love story. It looks like, but who knows? I got 2 more years. Maybe some shit will happen. But right now, it doesn't seem that likely. But who knows? Maybe something will happen. Maybe some miracle or something like that. But I mean, I think my mindset is so bad right now. I have such a pessimistic mindset when it comes to this whole fucking finding your loved one, or like a loved one, or some bullshit. And I don't know. Just kind of sucks, man. Ugh. Like, I want to be loved and shit. Like, that'd be fire. And obviously, like, I feel loved by, like, you know, my family, my friends and stuff. But I was talking to one friend of mine where I was like, man, like, they said it's different. Like, you know, being in a relationship is different. Like, if you like someone has you and stuff, I'm like, yeah, but you don't think that other people around you don't have you, like your family, your friends? They're like, yeah, it's different. It's different. And I wish I could see their side of the argument. I wish I could experience that firsthand of like the feeling of having someone. That's another thing. Like, I feel like, I wouldn't say to the extreme of, you know, I never feel unconditional love. I feel like my mom gives me unconditional love, and like my family and stuff. But to some extent, like I wish that like I just had a person that I could just always be like unfiltered with, and wouldn't have to worry about like pretending to be someone I'm not. Which I think I have that like with a lot of my friends and stuff, but just I wish it was like a different vibe, you know, like the gal and shit. But who knows? God, I look tired. Yeah, I'm on like hour like 23 or something of no sleep. Um, Peace out, guys. Have an amazing day. Like, comment, and subscribe. Post notification bell on. And peace out.